Today's project is this incubator. Every time we add water to it to try and keep the humidity to 50%, it's been dropping pretty fast, and I suspect it's because the opening here where we put water, it does not have a cover, so I'm going to metal one. So to do that, I took a picture of the top, so I get the shape. I'm be creating a cover that goes on the inside. So the only measurement I needed to take would be from here to here. I guess I could measure anything else, but if you measure out the longest angle, you get more precision on your measurement. So here's me measuring that. And then what we got was 45.5 millimeters. Here I'm just opening the image in Photoshop, getting it to the right angle, and inverting the color to make it darker. I'm going to go ahead and insert my canvas first. Insert from my computer. I saved that my downloads folder called cross section. I'm going to click open. And I want it on the bottom plane, which is the XZ plane. And then you can change the opacity here and change it to 75. Hit OK. If you decide you need that different, you can always double click on that opacity operation. The canvas operation. Change the opacity to whatever you want. Again. Next, we're going to create our sketch. Create a sketch on the same plane. And I'm going to rotate it to what seems natural to me. And then the first thing we're going to do is draw our measurement. And I'm zooming in here using the middle mouse button. And then you click and drag with the middle mouse button to center it. And so I'm going to go ahead and use the line tool and start a line right about here. Keep it at 90-degree angle. Put it there. And we're using this for measurement up. So normally when you finish a line, you want to double click. But since I forgot to, I'm just going to press escape to finish the line. So there is a measurement tool under here, but we can't use that because there's no points to measure between yet, where there weren't on my canvas. So we created this line for measuring. We don't need to measure the line because we're actually going to just create a dimension for it. Drag the dimension. And we'll go ahead and copy that value. And then we'll hit finish sketch. And then we'll open the canvas again. And we're going to scale it. This says XY. That's because this is a two-dimensional canvas. So the Y doesn't really match out. This should be, we're on the XZ plane. But that's normal. So we're going to go ahead and we want 45.5 millimeters divided by this size. All right, so now we're scaled to the correct size. So we go ahead and open my sketch again. I'm going to have to rotate it again, which is kind of annoying. So we'll go ahead and change the dimensions of our line again to the 45.5. And I'm gonna drag it so that it matches up so it's centered in our object. So we need that for our center point. And then we go to align tool again, go to center line, and we'll scroll down until we see the dashed blue lines. That's our center. Click there and then double click to end. All right, so then we don't need this vertical line anymore. So I'm going to go ahead and hit select tool and delete it. And now we're going to start tracing the outline here. And I'm only going to do the top half, and then we'll mirror it at end so that we have to do less work, and also the drawing will be symmetrical. So the first part looks like a curve, and actually a lot of it looks like curves. We're going to start with the art tool. Specifically, we're going to do the 3-point art. Or we're going to draw on the inside of the shape because that's where we're going to create our lid. So looks like the curve ends right about here. And then once you do that, since this is a 3-point art, now you can draw this to the center point of the art. And if it's snapping in place, you can hold down Control to override the stamps, and then click, and that looks pretty close. And we'll use the same tool. And we'll do this now, this arc right here. Looks about right. And then this turns into a straight line, but it's easier just to connect your arcs when you're done, and then draw it straight line first. Something this looks like an arc here. Then another one. Right, so then we'll do our straight lines, just connect curves. Right, so the sketch is kind of getting in the way now, so I'm going to go ahead and not sign up the sketch to canvas. So I'm going to go ahead and change the opacity to 50 again. Go back in my sketch. We'll select our sketch. And we're going to mirror it now, which is I'm going to create near. It's going to ask us where the mirror line is. What's going on there? And then we'll hit OK. No, it's just a random bug, display bug. It's now we have our shape. So because our sketch isn't going to be perfect to the shape, and also even because there's printer tolerances when they don't want to go in quite a bit from this shape. And I'm actually going to delete my center line. That way we just had the one shape. It's up. We're going to move the sand a little bit. So we're gonna use the offset tool right here. And this is the slider for that. We want to go in probably about, no, half a millimeter. So do -5.5. Okay, and then we also want to have something that rests over the brim. So we actually want to also offset again. So I'm just selecting the area first. Which makes it easier. Oops. Yeah, so that's what we want. And then it almost looks good. Like that's the 1 millimeter. I think we'll be fine. Let's go ahead and hit OK. I think now we can start extruding. So we're going to extrude the whole thing first. And then extrude it up. So we'll let it solid and extrude. And here I'm holding down Shift and the middle mouse button to pivot it. Or Shift, middle mouse button, and then drag. So we're going to make this 1 millimeter thick plastic sitting on top, which I think is fine. And then we want to just extrude the bottom and we'll be done. So we need to click this middle, but we can't see it. So I'm gonna unselect the body and then select the body again. Does it need a body that actually joined him? And we'll do join here. And then we need to go down. And I think we'll go just 1 millimeter here as well, but it's negative direction. All right, and there's our lid. And she basically rests on top of there and cover the area. So in the next video, I'll show you how it turned out.